The views and opinions expressed by the guest author or speaker during this live session are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Reader's Magnet. The content shared is for informational purposes only and does not constitute endorsement or promotion of any particular belief, ideology, or product.
Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to another awesome day here at RM Hive, and you're tuning in to Reader's Magnet featured author interview. I'm your host, Revan, and our featured author is a speaker and advocate whose powerful story is one of resilience, healing, and self acceptance. Through his honest reflections on overcoming trauma, mental health challenges, and addiction, he offers a message of hope and reminds us that healing and personal growth are possible at any stage of life. His work inspires others to embrace forgiveness, authenticity, and the courage to keep moving forward. He is the author of our featured book right now called I, Rob Graves. Let us please help me welcome Robert P. Graves. Hi, Rob. Thank you for joining us here today. How are you?
Hi, I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. You know what? For all our viewers out there, Rob here, our featured author, is going to be with us in September 12 and 13 at the book event in Chicago. So I'm excited about that. And he will be signing copies of his book, I, Rob Graves. And you can get this copy of the book on Amazon. And right now, Rob, I want to get to know you more as a writer. So can you share a bit about yourself and your journey as a writer?
Well, a little bit about myself. I am, by trade, an IT project manager. So that's how I
Mm-hmm.
earn my living. But I earn
Mm-hmm.
my passion, and the other side of my life is writing. And I
Mm-hmm.
never really intended to be an author. Uh, I'm shocked that I can call myself an author, because growing up, I hid everything into
Mm-hmm.
my young adult life and my adult life. Not only did I hide who I was, but I hid my addiction from people,
Mm-hmm.
um, and really just kind of led a very secretive life.
Mm-hmm. You know
So
what? Okay,
go
let's
ahead.
let's okay. You don't want to add anything. As a writer, was the journey of becoming a writer difficult as it is, or was it natural for you?
Well, once I got it in my head that I wanted to write this book, there was no stopping me.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
took 2 years to write the outline.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I did is I had a perfect outline, showed it to a couple of people in
Mm-hmm.
literary circles. They said I had a great start. So I actually went off grid and lived on a houseboat in Clearwater Beach, Florida, where I
Mm-hmm.
took my my outline and
Mm-hmm.
wrote the book for 10 weeks.
In 10 weeks. Wow.
Yeah.
And
So
and
start to finish, 10 weeks.
love that. You know what? I would love us to talk about your book. It's called I, Rob Graves. From the title itself, I really love the honesty in here. So, I love authors who are very, because I know it's very difficult to share all of yourself. The full title here is I, Rob Graves, my struggle with childhood trauma, homosexuality, and bipolar disorder. And this is a memoir. And
Mhm.
I want to ask, what was the initial spark or idea that led you to writing this book?
Well, I'll tell you a quick story. I was
Mm-hmm.
on vacation with many of my contemporaries,
Mm-hmm.
people who were well off income wise, were professors and teachers. And one particular gentleman was a neuroscientist, and he
Mm-hmm.
studied brain chemistry. And we were
Mm-hmm.
here to celebrate his birthday, and we went to Puerto Vallarta, down
Mm-hmm.
in Mexico. And one of the gentlemen at a dinner said that people who suffer from poverty just need to get over
Mm-hmm.
it, pull up their bootstraps, and go back to work. And
Mm-hmm.
I was horribly offended by it because it's a horrible thing to say. You don't know why a person is living in poverty. In my
Mm-hmm.
case, my parents divorced. My mother went back to school, and during that time, we were living on $100 a week from my
Mm-hmm.
father. So it was the only meal I got was from school, lunch and breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to say that was horribly offensive. So I just kind of took the high road and said, that's not an appropriate conversation for this circle. Why don't we
Mm-hmm.
start a different conversation about a different topic? And
Mm-hmm.
we all agreed. And then about 10 minutes later, he got on the subject of mental health and said that people who suffer from mental health are just playing the system and need to get over it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I said, you don't know me. You don't know the struggles I've had. So without getting into it, I think we should change the topic. And we finished our meal. We went back to the resort. And on the way back to the resort, we were taking a boat from where we had dinner. And I was
Uh-huh.
sitting over the edge of the boat watching the moon rise over the Pacific. And I got the idea for the book. I said to myself, I've got a story to tell, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell it, and I'm gonna put this jerk in his place.
Mm-hmm.
And within almost 4 years to the date of that time, I had a published memoir.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I I already admire people who are very honest in their writing, in songs, in poetry, but this is it's for me it's really hard, to write things about yourself. So I would ask, did you cry when you're writing this? Having all those things back in your path?
I did. It was very therapeutic. I
Yes.
was alone for 10 weeks on the boat. The only contact I had was I had the owner of the boat would bring me fuel for the generator
Mm-hmm.
and change out take the garbage out. So
Mm-hmm.
I was alone for 10 weeks, and it gave me the ability to laugh at funny stories because there
Uh-huh.
are great funny stories in the book, but it also gave me the chance to sob and really
True.
let my emotions flow uh, because the writing, the stories were very difficult to write, but incredibly therapeutic to
True.
get out of my, to get it out of myself.
Yes.
So it was very therapeutic.
Yes. And now it's published. How did you feel that it's already there, immortalized, everything?
Oh, I'm very proud of it.
Yes.
You know,
And you should be.
I'm very proud of it.
Yes. So, what differentiates your book from other books of the same genre or category?
Well, everyone has a story to tell, and there's
Mm-hmm.
some great memoirs out there that preach a particular solution to a
Mm-hmm.
problem. They say, use my 10-step program and you'll
Mm-hmm.
find peace and
True.
love. I don't have any of that. I don't teach, and I
Yeah,
don't
just your
preach.
toast.
This
Just
is
your
my
story. Yeah.
story. Use it for what it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
And if you find that it has helped you overcome adversity or help you find forgiveness or help you find
Mm-hmm.
healing, that is perfect. That is,
Yes.
but I don't pretend to know it all. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, I don't have a PhD behind my name.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have life experience and I have an experience that can help others.
True. So I love how powerful it is. It holds a very strong power in it because it has no filter, and a lot of people can actually relate to it and see themselves in it and actually get some lessons on your journey, because some people will actually learn it from other people's experiences. So this is actually like a gift. It's a perfect gift for all the other viewers out there. So if you are also struggling with yourself, this book is perfect. It's called I, Rob Graves. So you can actually get this one on Amazon as well. And Rob, what do you think your readers will take away after reading your book?
I hope they take away that forgiveness does not mean forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
It means healing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that you're gonna let the person off the hook.
Mm-hmm.
Forgiveness is all about yourself, letting
Mm-hmm.
yourself go free, and that's really what I want people. I want to hear in my story. I was able to
Mm-hmm.
forgive myself in writing it for
Mm-hmm.
years of addiction and bad mistakes and
Mm-hmm.
bad life choices. Uh, I hope you'll learn that healing is possible. Even
Mm-hmm.
in a late, even I suffered with my bipolar disorder before it was diagnosed for 22 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I lived with a sex addiction
Mm-hmm.
for 22 years that went right through the AIDS epidemic,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a pretty interesting addiction because I only wanted to get high through anonymous sex.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very, very difficult to admit that to someone. And when I did, is when I got my diagnosis of being bipolar at the age of 40.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So in getting the book out and talking to people, it has helped people.
Mm-hmm.
A gentleman came up to me about 6 months after it published and said
Mm-hmm.
he bought my book and took it home and read it, even though he didn't understand the cover, he didn't
Mm-hmm.
understand the title because he didn't play.
I
Uh,
just read it. Okay.
he
Love it.
didn't realize it was a play on my name. Uh, so he confided in me that he found forgiveness for himself after 3 suicide attempts,
Mm-hmm.
and we sat there um, and we cried, and we really did have a moment. And
Mm-hmm.
I thanked him for sharing that because that's not something you tell
Mm-hmm.
everybody. But he found forgiveness for himself after 3 suicide attempts.
Mm.
So
Oh.
that was, and till this day, uh, the most powerful thing I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
It,
And I also love that it's already making positive impact out
yeah,
there. So it's one of the best examples of transforming the negative experiences into something positive that actually
mhm,
help a lot of people, and you have changed lives already. And it's really good to hear from authors here. Like there are actually true testimonies out there that you've already helped other people. So this one person already had three suicide attempts, and this book actually changed his life and he's now living free. And I love hearing that story.
yeah, it was powerful.
It
Um,
is.
it really. I didn't write the book for money. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
write the book to to become famous.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the book because I wanted to tell my story, and hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
my goal was to help one person, and I've met that goal 1,000 times over. I get a ton of feedback from my website, from
Mm-hmm.
people just coming up to me that bought my book and they just happened to see me at a book fair. And they say, "Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, I loved your book. Thank you for your vulnerability. Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
your candor."
Yeah,
Um, because it's honest, it's raw,
it
and
is.
um, but it's important to tell the tale.
Yes. So can you share us a sneak peek into upcoming projects or ideas you're currently working on?
Well, I pivoted. I had started a book on ways to forgive,
Mm-hmm.
and I interviewed a bunch of people that have gone through life challenges to
Mm-hmm.
forgive, that are finding forgiveness, or they choose not to forgive because they didn't feel they needed to forgive,
Mm-hmm.
and that's okay too. Um, Wrote 4 chapters, sent it to my editor,
Mm-hmm.
and he told me it needed a lot of work. Um, and then I sent it to my writing coach, got the same feedback from her, said it needed a lot
Mm-hmm.
of work. So I took a pause, read it again, and I wasn't clearly articulating what I wanted the book to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I paused for a little bit and tried to come up with a way to bridge the stories because I was telling different people's stories and how they
Mm-hmm.
came to forgive. And I needed to bridge them together. And that's where I was struggling. So I'm going to take a sip of water.
Okay, go ahead.
So I was really struggling. And I decided after uh, an incident with a family member to write it,
Mm-hmm.
to pivot to children's literature. Because one of the things that I realized in writing I, Rob Graves is that I didn't learn how to forgive until I was writing the book
Mm-hmm.
in my late 40s. So I wanted to write a children's book on forgiveness, which I have done.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and it's called Molly's Big Red Kite. And it
Mm-hmm.
talks about, and it teaches children how to forgive. So I am doing a whole series of children's books.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 published, and I have 3 more in the hopper. The next one that I want to publish is about how to talk to your kids when a loved one has Alzheimer's,
Mm-hmm.
and to teach them that just because grandma forgot your name doesn't mean grandma doesn't love you anymore.
True.
And
Oh, so sweet.
so that's what's coming down the pike is a series of children's book that take social issues and teaches kids how to adapt and how to understand those social issues.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And right now, Rob, I want to give the spotlight to you. Tell us where we can find your book and if you have other projects as well that you want to share as well.
Sure, you can find my books on Amazon. I believe it's also available Target.com and
Mm-hmm.
Walmart.com. They
Mm-hmm.
also have it. And then there's links on my website that you can buy direct from the printer.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
Nice.
are a local bookstore and you want to carry my book, there's an Ingram Spark link on my webpage, which is
Mm-hmm.
www.robertpgraves.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Nice.
encourage you to visit my website. You'll learn a little bit more about me. You'll be able to get links to the printer that
Mm-hmm.
sell my book directly. And you also can see what's coming next from me.
Yes. And for all our viewers out there, Rob will also be with us at the Reader's Magnet booth at the book fair that's going to be in Chicago. It's going to be at Dearborn Street. And I'm so excited that he's going to be there. He will be signing a copy of your book if you're going to, you still have time to order it. Or you get your copy there at the booth at Dearborn Street in Chicago. And I'm so excited if he's going to share his story there as well. So he has a 3 hour you know 3 hour book signing schedule here. And by the way, his book is available on Amazon, Target, and Walmart. Again, it's called I, Rob Graves. I love the title itself as well. It plays with words. And available also on his website. That's www.robertpgraves.com. So Rob, thank you for joining us here today. I had so much fun time with you here at RM Hive.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here.
And guys, let's open the pages and unravel the secrets of your personal odyssey. And I believe that your ink never runs dry. So go tell your story, storyteller. Once again, this is your host, Revan, with our featured guest, Robert P. Graves. And as I say it here at Reader's Magnet, we share your story with the world. But for now, stay awesome.
Bye for now.